Tonight, I'm going to show you everything you need to make Whoppers fudge. Stick around. Greetings, my confectionery compadres, and welcome to Randy Makes Candy, where I help you make tasty treats that people love to eat. Whoppers, the chocolate-coated malted milk ball, not the hamburger, are definitely a tasty treat, but for me, it's situational. I rarely eat them at home, but if I go to a movie, I have to get a box. I was thinking about them the other day, and I wondered if I could elevate them somehow. So this is that attempt. Let's see how it turns out. As always, I'd love to hear about your results if you decide to make your own Whoppers fudge, as well as suggestions for other recipes you'd like to see in future videos. And if you stick around after the recipe, I'll tell you what an Antarctic explorer, an astronaut, and an average 8-month-old baby in the 1800s all had in common. For this recipe, I used 24 Whoppers, 2 cups of white chocolate chips, 1/2 cup of sweetened condensed milk, 1/4 cup of sifted malted milk powder, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. Double these amounts if you want to use an 8x8 pan. I also used a zip-top bag, a rolling pin, a 6x6 pan lined with parchment, a microwave-safe bowl, and a spatula. Okay, let's make some candy. Crush the Whoppers, but don't go crazy. You want small chunks, not powder. Set the bag aside. In a microwave-safe bowl, combine the white chocolate chips, sweetened condensed milk, and malted milk powder. Microwave the mixture on high for 1 minute, then let it sit for 2 minutes without touching it. Let the residual heat do its job. Now give it a good stir. You want smooth and creamy. If there are still unmelted chips, microwave it again in 15-second intervals, stirring between each until it all comes together. Stir in the vanilla extract and salt. Let the fudge rest on the counter for 5 minutes, then fold in about 3/4 of the crushed Whoppers. Pour the mixture into the lined pan and spread it evenly. Scatter the remaining Whoppers pieces over the top and press them in lightly. Refrigerate for 2 hours or until firm. Remove it from the pan and cut it into whatever size pieces you'd like. And that's it. Okay, let's have a taste. Sláinte mhath. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Way better than I expected it to be. You get the sweet creaminess that you expect from white chocolate, but then that malt kicks in. Then you hit one of those Whopper chunks and get that little crunch and a hint of milk chocolate. If you're looking for a fudge that tastes like a malted milkshake, you really ought to try these. Malted milk. You've heard of it, you've probably tasted it, but this stuff has a history that you might find surprising. Malted means you've taken a grain, usually barley, soaked it until it starts to sprout, then stopped that process with heat. The germination activates enzymes that give you something more digestible, naturally sweet and with that distinctive nutty, toasty flavor. Mix that malt extract with dried whole milk and wheat flour, and you've got malted milk powder. It was invented in 1833 by William Horlick, and it was not invented as a tasty treat. It was marketed as Horlick's infant and invalid's food. Fresh milk in the 1870s was dangerous. Pasteurization wasn't widespread, and milk-borne diseases killed thousands of children every year. Horlick wanted a nutritious, shelf-stable food a mother could mix with water and feed to her baby. Then explorers figured out that it was also high in calories and could keep you alive in extreme situations. William Horlick sponsored Admiral Byrd's Antarctic expeditions, and Byrd named a mountain range after him. The Horlick Mountains owe their name to malted milk. And in 1962, John Glenn took malted milk tablets into orbit. So a baby, an explorer, and an astronaut all kept going by the same thing that we just put in our fudge. I'll tell you what an Antarctic explorer... I'll tell you what an Antarctic... Antarctic. I can say that. Usually barley. Soaked it until it tarts...